Good morning, everybody. What is going on? It's the Lucky Loco Show. I appreciate you tapping in. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and that like and subscribe. Go ahead and check it out, man. It's Indigenous talk. I really like to bring forth the Native American community out here in the Yakima Nation where I'm at right now. Um, Let me talk about the reason why I've decided to grow my hair out. As history teaches us, and the boarding schools and all the other stuff that my ancestors, even it's not even just ancestors, it's with my uncles. That's how close to home this hits. My uncles, my mother, my grandmother, my grandparents, all of them have been through a traumatic situation. So the traumatic situation ends with my generation, with my people. I was born in '78. And, like I said, I survived the people that survived the boarding schools. Let me go ahead and fix my little eyebrow right there. Um, the reason why I decided to grow my hair at this age, I mean, I've had long hair before, but the reason why I'm doing it again is because our people went through so much to have long hair, to show the traditions, the men, the warriors that went through it, and the colonization of being ashamed of having long hair. And even I felt it. I felt that mentality. I remember making fun of people because they had long hair, and they would look at me, um, like crazy about it, and I feel bad about it. And it's a situation to where I feel it's time for me to grow my hair. My son Junior's growing his hair. My son Quentin's growing his hair. My son Jordan's growing his hair, and I take good pride in that. And I was like, well, I'm going bald, so I'm going light up top, so I might as well grow my hair. I'm going to be buried in my braids or cremated in my braids. I definitely want to be cremated. My lady doesn't want me to. She wants me to be buried next to her. I mean, whatever happens. When I leave, this is a shell. I really don't care. But yeah, the reason why I decided to grow my hair is just the horrific stories that we learned about the Native American history, and how they made them feel ashamed of being Native American. And a lot of it has to do with just the humiliation of the boarding schools, and nothing's ever done about it. Nobody's ever really, they still got the Catholic churches going, even no matter how many children's bodies they dig up, or the accusations of assault on children. It's a crazy society, man. They don't do this, don't do that, but once you find out the grim reality, and you can say, oh, this happened so long ago. No, this happened to my mother, my uncles, my grandparents. They're still alive and they're still here. So it's society is a trip. They don't want that shameful, and they still keep them around. They still keep these priests and nuns around. And then they go after all these other people and talk about how horrible the Muslims are, the Asians are, and all the Middle Eastern people are the ones to worry about. No, the ones we got to worry about is our own backyard. I don't fear all these different things that the media hypes me up to hate. I fear the religions. You act like you don't have all these people that are super for their religion and will defend and kill for their people. And it's I don't have anything against the real people that follow their religion and their way of life, but I do fear of the like just how like unhuman they are. I'm sorry, but it is. I mean, like with the Catholic schools and just all these accusations. It's not just towards Native Americans either. There's jokes about it. There's all this crazy stuff, and it's never talked about. The media will never talk about that. I have no clue why, and has has all this stuff, Every Child Matter movement, missing and murdered indigenous women, missing and murdered indigenous people. You know, it's, the media won't talk about it. I'll talk about it. I don't have much of a platform, but at least it's reaching 460 plus people on my page. And, TikTok's talking about it, just all these different Native Americans, and it's not just Native Americans, it's people who realize how messed up this system is. And I want to bring light of the situation. That's the whole point of my channel. I'm not here for drama. I'm not here to expose nobody. I'm not here to talk about people. I really don't get into that. I don't get off on exposing people. I don't get off on hurting somebody's feelings. I don't get off on making somebody feel bad about themselves. There's enough negativity out in this world that we do not need to be attacking one another. You got people that on their channel, they want to push for unity. And a lot of them understand that. But then, sometimes the trolls will take over that channel and let them, push a whole different agenda. And that's, I still watch, I still do, whatever. But my channel, I'm going to push, bring light the negativity of what society deems newsworthy. So YouTube gives us a channel, gives us a voice. Social media gives us a voice. No Dapple. All this other stuff that goes on. All the stuff that still goes on in the injustice of Native Americans. The real people of this land. The real people. All this talk about go home, illegal immigrants, and all this craziness and all this stuff. And tend to forget your fucking ancestors that ain't even from here, bro. The ones that are here are my southern cousins, the Mexicanos, the Chicanos, all of that. These are the original people of the land. And, and you have these people just going off talking about this, my land, but it is what it is. I'm not even worried about the politics and stuff like that. Right now, I'm just pushing a voice for my people. For my, shout out to Frank's Vibes, man. I don't see any other big platforms talking about missing and murdered indigenous women. And he's got like 10,000 people on his platform. Now, I hope bigger channels like Gunner, Flacco, Rojo, Vegas Prison Stories, I hope all you guys take off on these subjects because it needs to be heard. You guys have a huge platform. I'm not going to feel some type of way, but hey, well, that's none of your business to be talked about. No, talk about it, expose it, bring it up. Like, man, share, tell these people about what's going on out here. And, you guys have such a huge platform. There's no way I'm going to get jealous and be like, hey, why are you guys talking about Native American stuff? No, help bring the stories to the people because this is what we're dealing with, and then I started off with the reason why I'm growing my hair, and it bled into this because this is the story that I'm telling, but I hope you guys tell it too. I hope you guys pick up and follow suit and tell these stories, man. I mean, it's cool you guys got all this gang culture and all this other stuff, but in Prison Stories, talk about what's going on. There's Raymond that's willing to do interviews when he can. There's other people out here that need to hear the story, and you got to understand, like when you bring people on your platform, Native Americans are really shy. You know what I mean? They're really shy about being on camera and all this other stuff. Just if you got the big platform, please run with it. I mean, there's more to it than, what that Pete dude's doing of just talking people on the reservation. I appreciate that. But these subjects need to be brought up. I know other people aren't going to like it. Be like, hey, I'm Catholic. You guys are talking about my religion. No, I'm talking about what your people, with the priest and all this. It's not, It's not attacking you or your religion. It's attacking the sick people that are pushing that religion to get away with the crimes that they're doing to children. You know, and just at the boarding school that my uncle, my aunt, and my mother, even my father were at, they're still digging up remains of children at that place. And they just started like 2 weeks ago. And they're finding all these kids' remains. Sure, it can be. I heard somebody say, "Hey, well, kids were dying at that rate." Well, if the kids were dying at a daycare center and you went back to go get them, and they're like, "Oh, well, we don't know where he's at," are you just gonna sit there and be like, "Oh, okay, well"? That's exact same thing that we went through. The parents, oh, well, the kid ran away or something. Just whatever they did. They probably didn't even give an explanation. That's how cold-hearted these people are. They think that Native Americans have no heart, no soul, no feelings, have no place in this world. So this is just something I want to talk about, and it's a sad situation. If you're a big channel, man, like, subscribe, let's talk, let's start exposing what's really going on. Fuck these news media places, man. People pay them to push that, hey, don't talk about this, you can talk about this, you can talk about that, but you can't talk about this or you can't talk about that. You guys are free citizens with a beautiful platform, and push it, man. I want you to push this story of what's going on, the no dapple, just the injustices. You want to talk, it's still going on, man. South Dakota, North Dakota, all these different reservations still putting up with genocide. And a lot of it has to do with our people too. Our people ain't perfect. There's certain stuff that's going on that's crazy. But I want you guys to be able to push that platform, and I want you guys to run with it. Like I said, nobody's going to... I'm not going to get jealous. I'm not going to sit there and be like, hey, why are you talking about these issues when it should be on my platform? No, you guys have an awesome platform. Run with it, please. I'm asking you. Run and talk about what the hell's going on with the Native American community. And shout outs, blessings to you, Frank Vibes, because, man, you got a nice platform. And I know drama sells and all this other stuff, but man, you need to bring up these subjects, please. I'm asking you guys. Oh, thank you for tapping in. And then if you like what I said, go ahead and like, comment, help this channel grow up. We're at 400 and something. I was going to kind of push it a little bit, but no, I'm going to be doing my business. I'm going to be doing all kinds of stuff, my journey, my life, my testimony of what's going on. Yeah, a lot of you guys see me grow through the business. Now it's time for me to grow through the YouTube world and bring up these subjects. I want to be the voice of the people too, of my people. But since you got a huge platform, please, I've been following. I spent fucking thousands of dollars in super chats through Boxer, through all these people, man. I really appreciate if you run with these fucking stories. I really need your help to push this agenda.